This call is now being recorded.
Okay, welcome all. So this is our fourth session for day, and it is related to criteria 1, sub-criteria 1.2, which is curriculum structure and features. So basically this criteria belongs to the Tier 1 institute because they have a freedom to design their own curriculum. So they required all these information, and suppose you are not belong to Tier 1 institute, so definitely this information is beneficial if you are in committee of designing a curriculum, or you want to give the inputs to the committee who is going to design a curriculum. So this information, this knowledge is required for that. So we will see what is the curriculum structure and features. So let's start. So this is as per the new version of Tier 1 Institute. We already saw this. There is a part A, institutional information in SAR, self-assessment report. Then part B related to criteria. Criteria are divided into two categories, that is program level criteria, which having a criteria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the institute level criteria, which having a criteria number 9. And the last part, part C, is declaration by the institute. This FDP is a focus only on the criteria 1, that is a outcome based curriculum, which having a 120 weightage out of 1000. So yesterday we saw what is a sub criteria 1.1, vision, mission, and program educational objective, that having a 35 weightage. And this sub criteria having a total 5 points. That means a statement of vision, mission, and of institute and department, statement of PEOs, program educational objective of your program, processes of defining vision, mission, and POs, very important, having a highest weightage, 10 marks. Dissemination of vision, mission, and POs, how you are going to communicate what are your vision, mission, and POs to your stakeholder. So that is the dissemination of all these things. So having a weightage of 5. And the last point, which is again having a weightage of 10 marks, that is a mapping of PO with the mission statement of your department. So which required a mapping matrix as well as the justification of matrix. So all these points are covered in yesterday's session. Now today's session is focused only on sub criteria 1.2, which is a curriculum structure and feature. This sub criteria having a total weightage of 30 points or 30 marks. And this sub criteria having 4 different points. First is state of the process for developing or revision of the program curriculum. So we have to state what is the process when we design our curriculum, or what is the process when we revise our program curriculum. And for that there is 10 points, 10 marks. Then second point is curriculum structure. We have to give the evidence of curriculum structure, how we design that curriculum. So that is for 10 marks. Then component of curriculum, which are the component we consider in our curriculum. So we have to give that evidences, that list, that information to the NBA committee, and the weightage it is given 5 marks. And the last is strategy for education reform. So what are the different approaches, strategies we are using to reform the education, and that is having a 5 marks weightage. So total 30 marks weightage. So today's session is only limited to this point, sub criteria 1.2, curriculum structure and features. So this is the tomorrow session's content, sub criteria 1.3, 1.4, and 1.5. So all these three we will cover in tomorrow last session. So let's start with today's session, and today's session curriculum structure and features. The first point, 1.2.1, state the process of developing or revision the program curriculum, which having a 10 marks weightage out of the 30. So in this, we know that the Tier 1 institute having a rights to design its own curriculum. So Tier 1 institute are responsible to design their own curriculum for their programs, for their departments. Tier 1 institute, Tier 2 institute don't have that freedom to design their curriculum. They have to follow whatever with the university they are affiliated. The NBA expect the industry persons should be involved in the process of formatting this curriculum. Why? Because ultimately our graduate, we are producing the graduate engineering graduate, will absorb by this company industries. So what is the need of this industry? We must know. And to fulfill that gap, we must include the relevant content in our curriculum, so that whenever our graduate complete their graduation, so they will be easily absorbed by this industry. So NBA expect that industry person should be there. No doubt related to your program. If the program is mechanical engineering, so definitely mechanical engineering background industry person should be there during formatting this curriculum. Then describe the process that periodically documents and demonstrate how the program curriculum has evolved considering the knowledge and attitude profile. So whenever we are designing any curriculum, so it must be consider two profiles, knowledge profile and attitude profiles. And we have the documented proof whenever we are revising, whenever we are having a brainstorming sessions or meetings on revision of our curriculum or defining of our curriculum. So all documents, documented proof should be there. Next, the department must provide the documentary evidences to the NBA committee experts, and that evidence will indicate the process through which we design our program curriculum, and the process through which our program, already designed program, is evolved time to time. And it must consider alignment with the POs and PSOs. So it is not like that once I design my curriculum, I thought this is the best one, so there is no need to revise that curriculum. No, it is not happen. After each particular time period, mostly 3 to 5 years, we have to redesign or revise our curriculum by taking a consideration of recent emerging trend in industries and the topics and syllabus. The department must also provide minutes of meeting of board of studies. Feedback, review mechanism must be clearly spelled out in the process document. That means it is all the things must be documented. If you are taking a feedback on your design curriculum, so that feedback must be documented. If you having any meeting regarding your curriculum, its weightage, its alignment, or its refining, so all these MOM must be there. Your if you are producing or having a brainstorming session with your stakeholders, so all the inputs received from the stakeholder, that is also documented. So all must be documented, and we have to produce all these evidences in front of your NBA committee experts. Now we are talking about the knowledge profile and attitude profile. So your curriculum must consider the knowledge profile. So what is the knowledge profile? So knowledge profile define the depth and width of the knowledge of your learner, of your student who is going to become a graduate. And Knowledge profile is actually related to what kind of knowledge he must acquire when he complete the program. So step by step, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. So during all these years, what kind of knowledge he must gain? He must be ready with this knowledge when he completed his graduation. So that is the knowledge profile. And knowledge profile considering engineering fundamentals. So your graduate must know the engineering fundamentals. So knowledge of mathematics, science, and engineering principles. He must know. The second knowledge profile is disciplinary knowledge. In depth, the understanding of core domain of your study. Engineering fundamentals, the knowledge of mathematics, science, and engineering principles, it is common to all the stream, whether he belongs to mechanical stream, civil, or ENTC, or IT, computer, he must know all these basics things. So this is called the engineering fundamentals. But disciplinary knowledge, that means he must know in depth about the his core domain. If the graduate is belongs to mechanical engineering, so he must know all the subject, all the topics, and all the understanding and about his own mechanical engineering domain. No doubt, supplementary, he must know the other domain also during their multidisciplinary projects. They may interact, so that time they will come to know. But the core domain information about the his own branch department, he must know in depth about what is the disciplinary knowledge. So it is knowing about his own program, his own department subjects. Now the specialization knowledge. So many time nowadays, especially, we found that there is emerging trends, technologies are there, which is not purely based on any particular domain or stream. So mechanical graduate must know the programming. Mechanical graduate also knows the AI, ML, robotics. So those are the specialized knowledge. So graduate must have exposure to elective and emerging technology to gain the advanced and interdisciplinary knowledge. So he is getting the knowledge of his own domain, that is okay, but he must have that scope or exposure to get a knowledge of other stream also, other emerging technology also. So suppose if there is any computer background graduate is there, and he want to he must know what is the emerging technology in automobiles. Just now it is completely based on EV. So what is the EV system? What is the new happening or research going on in EV systems? So if he want, so he may acquire that knowledge through multidisciplinary uh, domain. So interdisciplinary. So it is not now limited that the mechanical graduate will study only the mechanical subject. No, he must have that exposure to learn the other subject also from other stream. Now the design and development knowledge. So your curriculum must have this also, the ability to apply engineering concept to design processes, system, and solution. So how I can use my knowledge to design or develop any new concept or new process. So that thing also must be covered under your curriculum, under the knowledge profile. Then research and problem solving knowledge. So capacity to investigate complex problem using a research based method. So it is mostly relevant to your final year projects where you are doing some sort of research at UG level. There is a limited time span for doing the projects, but there must be use of all the knowledge information to investigate that complex problem or designing a new product or prototype. So that knowledge should be considered under knowledge profile. Then practical knowledge. Having the theoretical knowledge is not enough now. He must have a skillful person. So for that, hands-on skill through laboratory projects, internship, and industry interaction should be covered. So he must know the practical knowledge, practical or skillful. So he must work on that particular project, or he must work on that particular machine, so that he realize how to operate. Theoretically, he knows everything, but if he is not working on any instrument, or he is not working on any machinery, so the hands-on skill will not be developed. So that is also considered when you are designing your curriculum. The last one, contemporary knowledge. So awareness of research, recent development, modern tools, sustainability, and global trends. So it should not be limited to the recent, that means the technology which is existing right now. The technology which is emerging, or the research develops, that the development is going on, the modern tools developing, all these must be considered during your curriculum structure. So it is not limited up to date. It is, it should consider the futures also. So future in terms of the technology and tools. So all these should consider under knowledge profile during your curriculum structure design. Another profile is a attitude profile. So attitude profile is basically related to your behavior, because having a knowledge is a different thing, but having a knowledge with a correct attitude is having a more value. Correct. So it is related to behavior or ethical or social competence with your technical knowledge. That means how the graduate having a technical knowledge, but how he is going to behave with engineering community, or with your subordinate, your bosses, or how he is communicated his work, or how he behave in your workplace, professional ethics. So all must be considered. So professional attitude, commitment to quality, timeliness, and professional responsibility. So when he is completing his graduation, so he must realize the value of quality. He must realize the timely completion of tasks. So that sense also develop in the student. So only having a quality, but he is not following the timelines, so that quality will not work. So he must having a sense of quality, as well as time, as well as the sense of responsibility to complete that task. Next, ethical value. So integrity, honesty, and adherence to the professional ethics. So it is very important. Along with your knowledge, along with your attitude, the ethics are very important. The honesty are very important. We are a human being, so there is a definitely we will make some mistake, and from that mistake we have to learn. If you having ethical values, so definitely you are not going to hide your mistake. You will take your mistake as an opportunity to learn it and to overcome your lacunas. So that ethical value should be there. Then teamwork and collaboration. None of a project, none of a work can be possible by a single person. There is always a team. So as an engineer, as a graduate, your learner, your student must have ability to work with a team, to lead that team. Many times it is a demand of your work that you have to work in a collaboration with multidisciplinary peoples, multidisciplinary background of workers. So that sense of responsibility and leadership must be there. Then communication skill, no doubt. Nowadays it is very important. You having a knowledge, but you fail to communicate in effectively, then your knowledge will not be appreciated. So communication skill is also very important. Proficiency in oral, written, and technical. So written, that means documentation work. So it is very important in professional practices, professional life. Social responsibility. So awareness of society, environment, and cultural context. A non-graduate person behaving odd with the surrounding environment and all this, so it can be understood. But the graduate person must have a sense of responsibility towards society, towards environment, and your cultures. So that sense must be there. So it consider under attitude profile. Next is lifelong learning. This is very important, and it is irrespective of the stream. The sense of learning or the curiosity to know more, to upgrade himself, that lasts long its life. So graduate should not stop his learning after completing the graduation degree. The sense of lifelong learning should be there. The sense of curiosity, and to satisfy that curiosity, knowing the recent knowledge, updating his knowledge, all these things must be important. So that is also must cover under the attitude profile. And the last one, leadership and initiative. The confidence to take a decision, lead team, and contribute to organizational goals. So that must be a characteristic of a good engineer or good graduate. If you are a good sound knowledge about your domain, but you don't have that confidence to lead, you become just a follower there. Your graduate must be having a sense of leadership. He must have that capability to take a decision. That decision many times might be fails, but he must have that courage to take a decision. If he fails, so he must have courage to accept that and learn from it. So that sense should be developed in a graduate. So knowledge profile is a preliminary map to POs. Of course, knowledge profile, attitude profile are somewhere related to your POs only. So knowledge profile is preliminary map to program outcome POs related to engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design, research, and modern tool uses. Whereas attitude profile is a map to POs dealing with the ethics, communication, teamwork, social and environmental context, and lifelong learning. So all these are mentioned in POs, and that POs are available with the NBA method. So total 11 POs now. See, it was 12, but now in a revised manual, it is given 11 POs. Both knowledge and attitude profile are also reflected in program educational objectives. So it is not only related to POs, but it is also reflecting in your program educational objective. Whatever be the objective you are finalize for your program, so that also reflected through this attitude and knowledge profile. The curriculum must be mapped to PO, PSO, and the matrix showing the correlation to the PO and PSO must be available. So it is never happen that you have some curriculum and it is not mapping to any PO or PSO. It is possible that all point will not map with all POs, but all curriculum will map somehow to all PO and PSO. The process. Now we are talking about the process for designing a program curriculum. So first process is identify your requirement, identification of your requirement, then formulation of curriculum structure. Then next is review and validation of your structure, then approve by academic bodies. And all these have must the documented evidences. Time to time, we have to document all these processes. And then feedback and continuous improvement. So whenever you are taking a feedback on your curriculum, that feedback also be documented, approved, checked and approved, and it must be documented and make it available to your NBA expert team who is visiting to your institute. So identification of requirement. The process begin with review of the vision, mission of the institute and department. So identification of requirement start from the vision mission statement. What you mention in vision and mission. So to fulfill that, what are the requirements? So identify those requirements. So graduate attributes. Now graduate attributes means the skill, competencies, and values a graduate possess that make them successful in their career and life, such as critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and adaptability. So these are the qualities your graduate must have. And all these qualities are prescribed by the NBA in terms of POs, program outcome. So your curriculum will somehow in line to your POs, program outcome. Then National Education Policy, NEP 2020 now. So National Education Policy, AICTE model curriculum, then guideline of the affiliating university should be considered when you are identifying the requirements. Then input are collected from your all stakeholders. Your stakeholder are faculty, current teaching faculty, then your imitant faculties, your student, your alumni, your employer, industry experts. So industry expert is very important so that we can bridge the gap between the academia and industry and the professional bodies. So we have to take the input from all these stakeholders. Now the formulation of curriculum structure. Once we have collected all the requirement, we have identified the requirement of our requirement in line to our institute vision, mission, and department vision, mission. Then after, the second step is formulation of curriculum structure. So in formulation of curriculum structure, based on all these above requirement we have collected, the institute having one committee, that is a program assessment committee, PAC committee. That committee will prepare the draft of program structure. No doubt it is a raw draft, a rough draft at the initial level, and after a number of revisions it become fair. The courses and categories, courses are categorized in. So what are the courses under the various categories? So basic science courses, engineering science courses, core disciplinary, professional, elective, open elective, humanity, and then skill, value added courses, and project internship component. All these are the category of the courses. So during formulation of curriculum structure, we have to consider, we must aware of all these categories. We have to use all these categories anyhow in less or more weightage. Then mapping of courses with PO, PSO, and POs is carried out to ensure outcome-based education alignment. That's why we are adopting outcome-based philosophy. So all these courses which are we are designing, it must be mapped to your POs, PSO, and POs. Definitely, your 4-year degree course is there. So 4-year degree course will map to all this. It is not, I am not saying that the curriculum of first year will be mapped to all. Curriculum of first year may be mapped to few points of POs. Curriculum of your second year may be mapped to one PSO. Curriculum of your third year may be mapped to remaining two PSO or two POs. So likewise, when the complete course is there from first year to final year, so all these courses will anyhow mapping your POs, PSO and POs. The curriculum design also emphasizes the employability, entrepreneurs, research, innovation, societal need, and sustainability. So your curriculum must have that exposure. So your curriculum design must be in such a way that after completing your curriculum, after completing the graduation, your graduate must be in a stage to get absorbed in any industry. He must be having that capability to get absorbed in an industry, or he may be able to start his own startup or become entrepreneur, or he must be in that position to he can go for a higher education. He must have a sense of research and innovation and society needs and all this. So your curriculum must be designed to satisfy all these needs. Then review and validation. So now suppose a draft is ready, structure is ready. Now it will be reviewed, because it is never happen that the structure is ready and it is approved. It will review number of times. It will refine, and at the end it will be a full and final stage. So review and validation is very important. The draft curriculum is discussed in the department advisory board. So PAC will prepare this draft, but he is not going to take the decision that this draft is okay and now we will start working on this. No, they will prepare with all the inputs, and once their draft is ready, that draft will be presented before the department advisory board, DAB committee. And that board definitely having your senior faculties, having your industry faculties, alumni, academia, research organization, and all these peoples will review your draft. They will suggest few suggestions if required. So department advisory board provide a recommendation from industry relevance, future skill and global trend. So whatever be the suggestion or recommended received, we have to incorporate. So PAC committee will incorporate it, redefine your draft, again present in front of DAP committee. So likewise, revisions will take place. After incorporating suggestions, the curriculum is placed before the board of study. Once DAB recommended, then the draft will be produced in front of board of study for detailed review and approval. Now the approval of academic bodies, approval by academic body. Once BOS approve that, so the curriculum approved by BOS is forwarded to academic council for final approval. May be possible academic council will also suggest some changes, or council will also recommended some points. So again, we have to follow the same step. PAC committee will incorporate those points, redefine the structure, again present it in front of DAB. DAB will review it, then BOS will approve it, and again it will send to academic council for final approval. The approved curriculum is then notified and implemented by the department. Once your academic body, your academic council approve your curriculum, then your curriculum is ready to disclose. It is ready to implement. Now you are free to follow that curriculum. But all these steps must be documented. You must have the approval letter. You must have that review committee MOM. You must have the revisions MOM. So all these things must be documented. And then Once your curriculum is completed, you are implemented, so it is not last long for the life. After particular time period, we have to take a feedback and checking for the scope of improvement. So next is feedback and continuous improvement. So regular feedback is collected from student, of course, because it is more closer to student. Your curriculum is meant for the students, so they are much aware about the curriculum and its gap. Alumni, alumni know in a better way what they learn during their graduation, and once they completed their graduation and enter into the professional life, what they faces the challenges. So alumni are the best uh, feedback provider. So alumni, industry persons, because after 3-4 years your industry requirement, industry technology gets changed, so accordingly we have to change our curriculum also, so that we can meet the requirement of industry. So we have to take the feedback of all these stakeholders for our curriculum. And whenever there is any gap found or scope for improvement, then we have to improve our curriculum, so that our curriculum will be updated with the recent development technology, and our graduate will be able to absorb as soon as they complete their graduation. And all these revision also documented. So this feedback must be documented, their suggestions must be documented. On that suggestion, what the action taken, it also documented, and the cycle will repeat it again. The pack committee will redefine your curriculum as per the suggestions received in a feedback. Then DAB will review it, then your BOS will check it, approve it, then it goes to your academic council. If they approve, then the revised curriculum will implement. So this is the process. So based on the feedback and attainment analysis, the curriculum is revised every 3 to 5 years. But it is not mandatory that once your curriculum is implemented, so you cannot change before 3 to 5 years. If the circumstances are such that it required an immediate change in your curriculum, so you can do that also. So earlier, if required by a regulatory guideline or industry demand, so we can revise your curriculum within that time frame, before the time frame also. Otherwise, regular time frame is 3 to 5 years. We have to review and revise our curriculum. Now we are moving to the second point. So first point state the process for developing or revision of the program curriculum. So we have to define what is our process to design your curriculum or revise our curriculum, and that all processes must be documented. So that is for 10 marks. Now the second point is curriculum structure. And this is also having the second highest weightage, that is 10 marks. So what is the curriculum structure? The curriculum structure is a framework of courses, credits, and learning component arranged semester wise and category wise. So category wise, that means the basic science, engineering science course, subject, elective subject, all this. So that is the category. And semester wise, so nowadays we know that in first year there are 2 semester, first, second year there are 2 semester, 3, 4, then third year 5, 6, and final year 7, 8. So 8 semesters are there. So we have to design our curriculum for 8 semester, and every semester we have to consider all these categories: basic science, engineering science. So semester wise, your first year, second year, third year, final year. So accordingly, our subject category also gets changed. But each and everything must in line to your POs, and it must adopt the outcome-based philosophy, outcome-based principles. The information should be included in the curriculum, course code, course title, and credits. So if you design a curriculum, so these three basic things must be there: course code, course title, and credits. It also required the department to specify the total number of contact hours for lecture, tutorial, and practical. So in your curriculum, there must be mentioned how many lectures will be there, how many hours for tutorial, how many hours for practicals. So your curriculum structure must have all these details. Next, seminar project works may be considered as a practical for the purpose of entering the information into the table. So your seminar project also mentioned there, and for that the total contact hour must be there. This information must be there, and it is may be considered as a practical hours. The component of teaching learning scheme. Now, what are the different components we can use in teaching learning scheme? So first is a classroom instruction. That is in short abbreviated as CI, classroom instruction. The classroom instruction includes a different instructional and implementation strategy. For example, classroom instruction consider lectures which is taken place in inside a classroom. So theory lectures, tutorials, case method, demonstration, video demonstration, problem-based learning, PBL. Nowadays, this terminology is very famous, PBL, problem-based learning or project-based learning, to deliver that theoretical concept. So all these known as a classroom instruction. So in classroom instruction, we deliver theoretical concept. We clear the theories and the principles of that concept. So classroom instruction consider lectures and tutorials. Then laboratory instructions, LI, abbreviated as LI. Laboratory instructions. So laboratory instruction includes experiments, practical performance, problem-based experience in laboratory, workshop, field or other location using the different instructional implementation strategy. So in laboratory instruction, many times we found that there is a industry visit, that is a compulsory part. So field visit may be there in a laboratory. There may be some workshops, practices. There may be some experimental or practical performance in a laboratory. So all these consider under laboratory instructions. So your teaching learning scheme must have classroom instruction, lectures, tutorial, as well as laboratory instructions. Next is laboratory instruction. That means in general language we are saying practicals, correct? So lectures, tutorial, practicals. Next is term work. So term work include assignment, seminar, micro project, industrial visit, any other student activity which is which can be considered as a term work in your respective domain. So next teaching learning scene, there is a term work. And last one, self-learning, SL. So self-learning, it is actually related to your lifelong learning attitude, because self-learning inculcate that satisfying the thirst of knowledge, and this remain then lifelong. So self-learning asset, which include the MOOC courses, online courses, spoken courses, or online available educational resources, and it provide in a curriculum structure. So there must be some weightage for self-learning teaching learning scheme. So there must be some contact hour for your graduate to do their self-learning. So these are the component of your teaching learning scheme. Now next is the curriculum structure, where it look like this one. The first column is course code. It is 101, 102, 103, so and 110. So course code, you are free to give some course code. Many times it is observed that 101, 102. So starting from 1, it is given for the first year. Starting from 2, 201, 202, 203, it is given for second year. Starting for 3, 301, 302, it is for third year, and for final year 40. So you can define your course code. Of course, you have to take the approval of that course code. So that course code must be there. Then course title, that is the name of your subject. Then classroom instruction CI in hour per semester, lab instruction in hour per semester, term work and self learning SL in hours per semester. And next column is total number of hours per semester, and the last column is credit. So this table is given by the NBA manual. So we have to follow this table. Now for suppose course code. So I have to mention all the courses from first year to final year. So suppose I am taking a case of course code 101, C++ is the subject name or course title, which having a total 42 hours of lectures, contact hours, and 14 hours of tutorial, which also having a 28 hours of practical lab instruction, and total 36 hour, which is considered under term work or self-learning. So total hour is 120. So 120 hours contact hour per semester for C++ subject. Now how to calculate the credit? So 120 divided by 30 is equals to 4 credits. So 1 credit is equals to 30 hours. This is given by the NBA manual itself. This is as per the new national credit framework, which account for 30 hours of learning as equivalent to 1 credit. So 2024, this revised manual says now we have to consider 30 hours as 1 credit, and we have to give the teaching learning scheme in terms of contact hours. So if any institute, university is still using that LTP, lecture tutorial practical system, that is that is 3 lectures per week, 2 hours practical per week, such kind of if teaching learning scheme is there, they have to transform their teaching learning scheme on the basis of hours. So this is instructed by NBA now. Now your teaching learning scheme must be in terms of hours, contact hours, and 30 hours is equivalent to 1 credit. So accordingly, we have to count the number of credits. For example, 102 course code, chemistry lab. It is only the chemistry lab. It don't have any lectures. So put the dash. It don't have any tutorial. Put the dash. But it having a lab instruction for 42 hours. And it having a self-learning or term work for 18 hours. So total is 60 hours. So 60 divided by 30. So it having a 2 credit. For physics, 103 subject code, course title physics, it having a lectures 40 hour but don't have any tutorial. It having a practical lab instruction 25 and 25 for term work and self learning. So total is 90. So 90 divided by 30, so 3 credit. So likewise, we have to tabulate all the subject in terms of hours, and then we have to tabulate what is the number of credit on the basis of this table. So nowadays, as per the revised manual, this is very important. We have to provide such teaching learning scheme in front of your NBA committee visit. Structure of curriculum. So what is the structure? So structure must consist about 24 to 30 credit for basic science courses. So basic science courses consider that mathematics, physics, chemistry, environmental science, all these subjects. And why it is there? To develop the fundamental knowledge. So basic science courses. So this is most probably it is come under the first year curriculum. Then second, engineering science courses. In short, it is says ESC. Basic science courses BSc. Engineering science courses ESC. It having 20 to 24 credit. So your total credit must be for ESC 20 to 24. And it include engineering graphics, basic electrical, basic mechanical, basic computer engineering, workshop, etc. And this provide the foundation for core engineering knowledge. And this is also mostly come under first year curriculum. Then humanity and social science courses. In short, it is said HSMC, Humanity Social Science courses. It having a 12 to 18 credits, which included English, communication skill, economics, management, professional ethics, etc. And it build a soft skill, ethical values and professional values in your graduate. Next is program core courses, which is in short says PCC, program course core courses. And the highest weightage is given to your main program core courses, 60 to 70 credits. And this is core courses belong to your specific discipline. If you are having a mechanical engineering program, so core courses of mechanical engineering. If you are having a civil engineering program, so core courses of civil engineering. So basically these courses is nothing but a backbone of your stream, backbone of your program. Then program elective courses, PEC, it having 18 to 24 credits. Discipline specific electives. These provide the flexibility and choices in specialization. So suppose any student is there. So he is taking a regular compulsory subject, but he has to provide some choices for elective where he is interested. So according to his interest, he will choose that program elective course. Next, open elective courses, OEC. It having a 12 to 18 credits. Courses from other discipline, just like a management, humanity, emerging technology, all these consider under the open elective courses. That means it is available for any stream. So it is not necessary the graduate candidate is from mechanical, civil, ENTC, computer. These open elective can be chosen by anyone. And these open elective courses are provided in curriculum only to promote the multidisciplinary learning. So he should not be handicapped. He should not be isolated to his own domain only. So knowledge wise, he should be he should know the other domain also. So he can choose if he is interested in open elective courses. So next is a project work, seminar, internship. This having a 15 to 20 credits. This include mini projects, which are mostly taken in a third year, seminars, third year, and major project, it is a part of curriculum in final year. And along with this, now it is expected there must be a mandatory internship or industry training for 4 to 6 weeks minimum. So we have to give the exposure to your student about the actual real life industry work and its work culture. So he is prepared for the professional life once he completed his graduation. Now laboratory courses, which is a part of BSc, ESC, PCC, PEC, and all these laboratory courses must having a 20 to 25 credits, practical sessions association with the theory. So whatever theoretical portion concept we learn, so that theoretical concept we have to cross verify by using some practical equipments and practical sessions. That means validating that theory. So laboratory courses, it having a 20 to 25 credits. So now total credit as per the AICT or NBA, what they prescribe. So minimum credit to earn a B or BTech degree. So 4-year degree. Minimum credit must be 160. Less than 160 is not allowed. So design your curriculum which having a minimum credit of 160. If it is not 160, it is less than 160, then revise your curriculum and it must be at least minimum credit of 160 for 4-year degree course. Maximum credit allow is 170. So during your designing of curriculum, your total credit should not be beyond the 170. It should not be less than 160. It should not be beyond the 170. Either 160 is okay, 170 is okay, or in between 160 to 170 is okay. Curriculum must be outcome based. Outcome based, it means somewhere it is mapping your POs, PSO, and POs. So definitely the process is reverse. We define vision, mission, POs. To satisfy all these, we have POs and PSOs. And then after, we are designing curriculum. So we are designing curriculum to satisfy all these PO, PSO, POs. If they are satisfied, they will definitely satisfy vision, mission of department. If vision, mission of department gets satisfied, then definitely it is going to attain your vision, mission of institute. So your curriculum must be outcome based. It must map to POs, PSO, and POs. Then balance of theory. This is also very important part. Theory and practical. We have to balance the contact hour or the content. So 65% must be theory and 35% must be lab, project, and skill practices. So accordingly, we have to balance. Then flexibility through elective and multidisciplinary learning. There must be your curriculum give some flexibility for elective and multidisciplinary learning or courses. Then internship project-based learning is compulsory. So now as per the revised NBA manual, internship and project-based learning, it make it mandatory for all graduate, all learners. So this is the total credit as per AICT and NBA. Now the next point, that is component of curriculum. What are the different component of curriculum? So let's see. And this having a weightage of 5 marks. So in NBA, National Board of Accreditation, the curriculum or course component are categorized broadly as per the AICT and NBA model curriculum to ensure balanced coverage and foundational knowledge, core technical skill, and professional developments. And what are those major categories? Humanity, Social Science, and Management courses, HSMC, which included language courses, communication skill, ethics, economics, management in Indian Constitution, etc. And the aim of this category is to develop professional ethics, communication, and managerial ability. So this is the component of curriculum which is categorized as HSMC. Second component is basic science courses, BSc, which include mathematics, physics, chemistry, environmental science. And the aim to have this to build a strong fundamental in applied science. So we must cover this component also in your curriculum. Next, engineering science courses, which having a basic engineering subject such as engineering graphics, workshop, manufacturing. Now, many time computer student or IT student ask me, sir, why we should learn the engineering graphics? Because after first year, we don't have any subject related to drawing and all this. So why we should learn this? So engineering graphics is nothing but a language, drawing language, the first invented long language. And why it is necessary? Because it develop a perception to look at any particular design or drawing. So it is not like that. Only the mechanical engineer who knows the engineering graphics is going to purchase a flat, or is going to any architecture to design his house. Your computers engineer also going to purchase a house, so that builder will show you plan of building. He will say this is a dining room, this is a hall, this is kitchen, and all that. So from that, you must create the vision of your flat, of your house design. And that sense, that vision is developed due to engineering graphics. So these are the actually lifelong learning subjects. They are developing a vision as an engineer, as an graduate. So engineering science courses must be there, and the aim is to introduce engineering principles common across the discipline. So these are subject used irrespective of the discipline. So it is included in first year. Next, professional core courses, PCC. Discipline specific courses, for example data structure, VLSI, then fluid mechanics, power system. If we are I'm talking about the mechanical, so it may be a thermodynamics, applied thermodynamics, and all this. It provides in-depth knowledge of the chosen engineering branch. So mechanical person must know what is the thermodynamic, applied thermodynamic, heat transfer, design of machine element, design of machinery, turbo machinery. So mechanical core subject related information must be included. Professional elective courses, PEC, elective within the parent discipline. So AIML elective in CSE, but now it is now limited, not limited to computer branch. AIML also a subject included in mechanical. Structure design elective in civil. So elective subject must be there. This allows students to specialize in emerging or advanced area of their branch. Open elective courses, elective offer across department or other discipline. For example, robotics. Now, robotics course is a not monopoly subject of computers or ENTC. Now, your mechanical student can choose the robotic subject. Civil engineer also can choose this robotic subject under open elective. So that provision should be there in your curriculum. So open elective courses are introduced in your curriculum. The aim is to provide a multidisciplinary learning opportunity to your graduates. Project work, seminar, internship. So mini project, major project, seminar, internship, industrial training, this must be included under this. And the aim to include this in your curriculum to develop a problem solving, research oriented and practical industry exposure. So theoretically, we are learning the number of machines, we are learning how the culture, professional culture or the industry culture is there. But unless you experience it by your own, through the internship, you are not correlating your theoretical knowledge with the actual field work. So this project work, seminar, and internship is included in your curriculum. And mandatory courses or non-credit courses. These courses are mandatory, but they don't have any credits. So courses such as environmental study, induction program, Indian constitution, in sense of Indian knowledge and tradition, all these must be there, even though there is no credit provided to that, but this knowledge is mandatory for the graduate. And what is the aim to have these mandatory courses? To enrich awareness and value. No credit counted, but mandatory for graduation. So we must know the roots of Indian culture and all this. For that, these courses must be included in your curriculum. Now, next, how that program curriculum look like on the basis of curriculum component. So this is a tabulated information we have to provide in SAR, and we have to show to your NBA visiting committee. So curriculum component should be there. So engineering science courses, engineering, humanities, social science program, basic courses, and all this. So the total list will be there. Now, second column is curriculum content in terms of percentage of total number of credit. How many percentage of credit you are giving to first, you are giving to second. Third column is total number of contact hour, and last column is total number of credit. And last, we have to sum up all the total number of contact hours. We have to sum up all the total number of credits. And as I said, the total course credit should not be less than 160 and should not be more than 170. So this is a table which shows the credit system for your 4 year. So semester 1 and 2 belongs to first year, semester 3, 4 belongs to second year, 5, 6 for third year, and 7, 8 for final year. So this tabulated information should be provided. Now here I am just putting only 13. It may be more, so we have to add the rows. So for basic science courses, it is only for first year. Given a weightage of 7 credit in first semester, 7 credit in second semester, and rest of the year there is no credit, so we put the dash. So total credit for basic science courses is 14. Engineering science courses, it is also given only in first year, 5 credit in first semester, 7 credit in second semester, total is 12. Likewise, we have to provide a credit system. For example, suppose I am talking about the program core courses, third point, serial number 3. So in first year there is only 2 credit. In third year, first semester, second semester, 8 credit. Third year, first semester 11 credit, second semester 8 credit. Final year, first semester 8 credit, second semester there is no credit. So total credit for program core courses 45. Suppose Indian knowledge system is there, type of course, 10 number. It is included in only first year, second semester for 2 credit. So likewise, I have to give the tabulated information, all the subject courses and their credits, and that credit should not be less than 160 and should not be more than 170. So this you have to provide to your visiting committee. Then the last part, it is about strategy for education reform, again for 5 marks. Which strategy you are going to adopt for reforming your education? So that we have to provide the information to your NBSR and to your NBA committee members. A brief explanation of the plan to implement and map activity in curriculum design with a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary program. So the establishment of an academic bank of credit system, ABC, in short we say ABC or APAR. So we have to give these strategies. So multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approach, one strategy. Second is integration with academic bank credit. In short, it is said ABC, academic bank credit. Next is APAR, automated permanent academic account registry. Just like Aadhaar card, now it is an educational purpose APAR number. So every information is available in APAR number. So multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approach, what is it? So courses will be designed to include open elective and interdisciplinary project work, enabling student to take subject across a different department. For example, AI with mechanical. So mainly it is considered that mechanical has nothing to do with AI, but now AI is also one of the major subject in mechanical engineering. So we have to give the exposure of your graduate learners to have this multidisciplinary choices. It might be in your adopting in your project work or any elective subject, or IoT with civil, or management with engineering. So interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary approach should be there. So when we reform our education system, so we have to consider this approach. Collaborative teaching and term-based project will be mapped in the curriculum to encourage the integration of knowledge across domains. So now it is not related to the era having knowledge in isolation. We have to work in collaboration with other stream also. So we must have the knowledge of other stream also, other subject also. So we have to have that approach of multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. Next is integration with academic bank of credit. So ABC. The institute will implement the ABC system as per the NPA 2020 guidelines. Now it is mandatory to adopt that NPA 2020, NEP 2020 guidelines, which allows students to earn, deposit, and transfer credit across approved higher education institution. So our topic is not about the NEP 2020, but in brief, NEP 2020 allow a multiple entry and exit system. That means, suppose as a graduation, during a graduation, suppose I have completed a first year only. Previously, if I completed first year and left the institute because of any reason, financial issues or any other issues, and if suppose I want to rejoin again, so I have to take admission again from first year. But now, as per the NEP 2020, if I completed my first year, I will receive a certificate of first year, and the credit will deposited in academic bank of credit. And suppose after that I left the institute, and 5 year after completing my first year, after 5 year I thought I have to complete my graduation, so I want to take a admission. So on the basis of my first year credit, I will take a admission directly to second year. And if I completed second year, then I will get a diploma certificate. If I completed a third year, then I will get a degree certificate. And suppose again, because of any issues, I have to left my graduation 4 year in third year itself. So I will have a degree certificate with me, and 3 year credits will be stored in my ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. And suppose after 2 years again I want to complete my graduation 4 year, so on the basis of that credit I will enter directly to the 4 year in any institute. So that flexibility is given by NEP. And then I complete my 4 year and I get a research certificate that I have completed 4 year of degree. So that kind of provision is there in NEP 2020. So we have to follow that guideline also. Then credit deposit and withdrawal. So student earn credit by completing courses at a recognized higher education institute. These credit get deposited in their academic bank of credit account. And credit transfer and accumulation. So if a student move to another institute due to migration, transfer, multidisciplinary learning, the earned credit can be transferred. So from one institute to second institute, that credit will transfer. So he can take an admission on that on the basis of that credit he earn and store in his academic bank of credit. So he will take admission to next level. The student can accumulate credit over the time from different higher education institute. Multiple entry and exit, as I said. APAR, automated permanent academic account registry. Just like our Aadhaar card, it is APAR number now. APAR is a digital lifelong academic account system introduced by the Government of India, that is a Ministry of Education, UGC and AICT under NEP 2020. Unique APAR ID. So every student is assigned with 12-digit unique APAR ID, also known as Education DigiLocker ID. This card, just which is shown on your screen, that is your APAR card. Just like Aadhaar card, we have APAR card. It works like Aadhaar card for academic, ensuring a permanent and portable academic identity. Lifelong academic records. So this APAR number, this DigiLocker ID, store all the educational qualification, credit scores, skill certification, diploma, degree, and co-curriculum achievement in one place. A record are updated in real time as student progresses. That means every time we are not required to update our APAR ID and with our qualification or education which we pursue. It will automatically update because everywhere APAR number is required, and all our credit, all our education information, certification, everything information will be there with our APAR number. Just like Aadhaar card, we have a fingerprints, we have eye retina, we have our total personal details, address, name, age, date of birth, everything is there with our Aadhaar card. So likewise, the education system, everything will be with a APAR number. The activity mapping in curriculum. So skill-based activity, industry membership, internship, value-added courses, workshop map to PEC, OEC, and ESE, that all the category of subjects. Then research and innovation, mini major project, a link with innovation, entrepreneurship, sales. Then community engagement, courses such as environmental studies, social project, and NSS, NCC activity map as part of HSMC or MC courses. Flexibility, student can exit and re-enter with earned credit through the multiple entry exit system as per the NEP 2020. So this is all from my side. So today's we have covered that fourth session related to curriculum structure and features. Now the last session, which is scheduled tomorrow, is on the POs, PSO, and their mapping with COs, course outcome. So thank you. This is all from my side. Thank you all. Over to you, Forse sir.
Thank you so much, Bhavani sir, for this wonderful session. Request to participants, if you have any questions, please ask.